Handheld metal detectors play a key role in security screening operations worldwide, complementing walk-through metal detectors and other screening technologies by first going where they cannot, and second, following up on what they find. Garrett Metal Detectors has produced the most diverse and widely recognized lineup of handheld metal detectors in the world to serve these two applications, and in this video, we will show you how to operate them in normal screening operations. Garrett's handhelds include the THD, designed for extreme portability and tactical operations, the Super Scanner V, the global icon known for its durability and ease of use, the Super Wand, most popular with airports and in locations where ergonomics are a high priority, and the Guide, the sophisticated yet simple successor to the Super Scanner's legendary performance. Purposes of screening, these detectors operate similarly, being motion mode metal detectors that are sensitive to all metallic targets. That means that these detectors must be moving relative to the screened area to detect metal. They will not detect if both the detector and the target are stationary, and that they will detect ferrous materials like iron and steel, as well as non-ferrous metals like aluminum and lead. Note, while the following procedures may serve as a reasonable default set of scanning guidelines, always defer to your facility's rules for screening, as every security context is different and comes with a unique set of challenges and goals. First, turn your detector on. The THD is vibrate only, but all other detectors may be switched forward for audio alarms or back for vibration alarms. A whole body scan is appropriate when the handheld detector is being used for primary screening, or in secondary screening when alarm locations were not observed or were numerous and spread out. Have the screening subject stand straight, with the arms raised at least 45 degrees from their sides and their legs apart to about the width of their shoulders. Then, move the detector along the body, keeping the scanning surface a consistent distance from the subject. Scan distance will depend on the detection goals and sensitivity setting of the handheld. The Super Scanner V and Guide have adjustable sensitivity, but 2 to 3 inches is typical. Higher sensitivities will detect small objects at equivalent distances and equivalent objects at greater distances. Note, when using the flat blade handhelds, the Super Scanner V and Guide, be sure to keep the broad edge parallel to the scanned surface. The THD and Super Wand have 360-degree detection and do not need to remain parallel this way. Start with the front of the body, beginning with the wrist and moving up to the nearest shoulder. Then move down the torso to the belt level and scan across the waist and back. Scan down the front of the same side leg to the foot, then switch to the other leg and scan up it straight to the shoulder. From there, scan down the arm on the opposite side from where you started. Then, scan the back of the subject, starting from the head and moving down the neck to the shoulder, and from there to the wrist. Jump from the wrist to the waist to scan along the back of the leg down to the foot, then switch to the other foot and scan up the back of the leg to the waist. Jump from there to the opposite arm and scan up it to the shoulder. Finally, scan to the midpoint of the shoulder blades, then down the back to just below the belt level. Note, when scanning near the feet, the Super Scanner V and Guide have access to the reduced sensitivity switch to mitigate the effects of rebar or other underground metal. See their specific training videos for more details on this feature. When used as a secondary screening device to support walk-through metal detectors, many facilities only want the alarming area to be scanned. In that case, scan the indicated zone or zones, following all detection guidelines for distance and scan surface. If you do not detect anything in the indicated zones, expand the scan area to ensure objects are not missed. Objects may have shifted from where they were originally detected in the walk-through portal. Note, if the belt buckle alarms, check behind it. Metal belt buckles can be used to mask the presence of threat objects. Additionally, don't assume that the alarm is from the belt buckle. If the center waist area alarms, check both front and back. The following are industry best practices to ensure that security screening is effective and resistant to deception, intentional or otherwise. They are not applicable everywhere, but security supervisors should have a firm grasp of why they are being set aside before doing so. No excuses. Some screening subjects may volunteer potential threat objects or innocuous items to avoid screening. Even if the object could reasonably be the source of the alarm, proceed with normal screening operations. Bad actors will use innocuous items to distract staff from further inspections. No touching. Typical scanning operations do not require screeners to touch the subjects. Point at the alarming area and ask the subject to remove the object in question, then rescreen that area. No assumptions. If you find a potential threat object or innocuous item that triggers an alarm, don't assume it is the only object in that location. Always rescan the alarming area until there are no more alerts. Finally, remember that these are normal screening guidelines, but it is up to the security leadership of your organization to determine screening procedures for your department or facility. Garrett always recommends that each organization do its own testing with the specific threats that concern it in the locations in which screening will take place.